Hello users, and welcome to the 5th episodic installation of Cooking with the Bitch, featuring myself. I am the bitch. I've got many ingredients here. As you can see, I'm just going to start popping them in. I got the can opener. It opens cans, and I'm going to utilize it to open these cans. So actually, I have no room here. I'm going to move all this crap. But I've got to make a pretty good, interesting soup here. This is going to be a multiple day long project. I may make follow-ups with it as I continue to construct. I've read online that you're not necessarily supposed to reheat food over and over again. But my understanding, given the amount of research I've done, is that as long as you consume all of it within 3 or so days, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I've got sweet peas, I got mixed vegetables, I got all kinds of crap here. I got cut asparagus, that's going to be fun. Speaking of fun, this lid did not decide to be kind to me. That's unfortunate. I'm going to drain some of this liquid. Drain some of that liquid. But yeah, this is going to be a nice potentially day-long project. As you can see, the garbage can is full once again, and that is not my fault. I bear no responsibility for that whatsoever. In fact, I would like to openly blame Nicholas. That is my brother. Everything and anything is his fault. So if anything ever looks disgusting or grody in this background, it is his fault. So as you can maybe understand, that is my brother. I live with him, unfortunately. I plot his demise every single day of my life. So we drain some of this. I've never actually had black-eyed peas before. I thought that was just a band. That's my humor. That's a joke. I'm a jokester. As you may know by this point, this is all just, I sometimes will cut. I'll sometimes make an edit, like this. See, I just made an edit, but oftentimes this is just off the cuff. I'm going to wash this can off because I forgot this one. But oftentimes I'm just speaking off the cuff. I'm just talking. I'm just vibing. I'm just relaxing. I'm trying to maximize my cool kids' credentials, of which I have multiple of. I'm a very credentialed cool kid, I'd like to say. At least that's something I would like to say. Emphasis on would and also like. So I got some green beans in there. Green beans are cool. They chock a nice bit of fiber. I've got some asparagus here. I also forgot to wash this one off. I like washing my cans off because, you never know what was on that chip. And oftentimes when you cut the lid, it will kind of dip into it a little bit. And, that's just not something you want. I wish I could do this video series with my face in the shot, but that's something that's a little bit more difficult. I do not have a professional setup. I don't even have an amateur setup. I have no idea what I'm doing. In fact, I've never done this before. Alright, so we got one more thing. I've got tomato sauce. Tomato sauce thickens up the soup a little bit. Adds a nice, actually I've got one more thing too, but it adds a nice thick kind of paste to it. Obviously I'm not draining the water in all of these cans, so it's still going to be watery, but it adds a nice texture. It adds a lot to it, and the lid kind of just went deep in there. So we're going to toss this in here. Tomato sauce. Canned tomato sauce is actually relatively good. I'm going to wash my hand off here. Canned tomato sauce is actually relatively good, compared to a lot of other stuff. For whatever reason, these mushrooms are actually a pull tab on the can. I'm going to drop the fucking can lid in there because I am a freak. We got some mushrooms. I like mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. If you don't like mushrooms, then I suggest not eating mushrooms in your soup. But if you do like mushrooms, like me, well then I suggest eating mushrooms in your soup. So as you can see, I've got this whole thing going on. Maybe I should have probably drained some of the water. I'm actually a little bit regretting that, but actions have already taken place. Things have already occurred. You can't stop me now. So I've got some garlic here. I'm going to rinse off the garlic, and I'm going to do what I do. Garlic is your best friend. If you don't eat garlic, either you're dumb, that's a possibility, or you're stupid. Those are the two possibilities I would like to present. For whatever reason, I've noticed that people don't like vegetables. I don't know. Like when I grew up, you know, I didn't eat vegetables that much, but there's some people I know that have like a very distinct and irrational fear of vegetables, and that's honestly kind of horrifying to me, just from a standpoint of somebody that wants to be healthy. You know, it's just scary that people don't like vegetables. This is awkward. This garlic, it's not being nice to me. Could definitely be nicer, but you know, what are you gonna do? I got some more garlic here. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this part out because this is like really cringe. All right, so now this is starting to heat up a little bit. As you can see, there's some heat signatures. If I were to convert this to thermal vision, you would be able to see some more heat signatures, but unfortunately that is not something I'm technically capable of. So here we got a bunch of hot sauce in here. It's not actually a bunch. That bottle is no longer with us. I'm afraid that goes into the garbage. I like adding some of the hot sauce in here. This is some El Yucateco stuff. This is a little bit more thick. I probably added too much. That's okay. That's no problem. There's no issue there. There's no limit, honestly. You can just do however much you want. I'm going to get a lot of minced onion. Actually, no, that's not too much. You want to make sure you stir this often. This is one of those products that, you know, you want to make sure it cooks evenly, even though it's not a huge deal if it cooks evenly or not, but, you know, you just want to. You want to make sure the flavors are roasting for as long as possible. That's just one of the things that I do. You know, I like roasting. I like soaking. You know, I often soak. It's one of those things that I have some sort of attachment to. I don't know if it's logical or rational. I have some pepper here, actually. Never mind, I was going to just dump it in there, but there's a lot. Got some pepper. I could never, grind pepper for whatever reason. My brain doesn't let me without getting it on my pinky. Every time I grind pepper, it just gets on my pinky. And I really don't know how or why. So I got some cayenne pepper here. There's not much left. It's actually kind of gross looking, so I'm going to use none of it. I assume that's just been out for a while. I got some Cholula, jalapeno, and poblano hot sauce. I'm not using sliced jalapenos this time, mostly just because I don't feel like it. So that's just kind of one of the things that I do. You know, sometimes I use stuff, sometimes I don't. I've got some more black pepper here in a different receptacle. This is already ground, so I can just do this. That's something I appreciate doing. I love tapping. I love tapestry. I love taping. I like Jake Tapper. You know, it's just one of those things that I do. But as you can see here, you know, if you've got any sort of visual, right there, maybe that's a better angle. It's slightly lopsided, but hey, you know, I don't know. But yeah, so this is starting to heat up. What I'm going to do right now, I've got my ghost pepper sauce right here, but I'm going to add that last. I don't like to cook with the ghost pepper sauce because, hold up. I don't like to cook with the ghost pepper sauce specifically because I want to make sure I know how much is in there in case I want to offer this to other people. In case, you know, it's just common courtesy. You don't want to put a 500,000 Scoville sauce in something that you might offer to someone else and they might not know. I'm going to wash off a spoon real quick. Alright, so I've washed off the spoon and I'm going to get a little taste here. That's not bad. That's not bad. Definitely needs some needs to get warmer, but that's not bad at all. I'm going to do the part where I bend down and crack my fucking knees. Hello, users. Hey, maybe I'll figure out a better way to film this. I don't know. maybe you know. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. When you're reheating food, you probably shouldn't reheat it like to a boil. That's a bad idea, because that's what allows bacteria to flourish, reheating into a boil each and every time. When you're reheating the soup, and maybe I'll go into that later, what you want to do is maybe heat it on a half heat. Now, it's not great to let this boil either, but for the first cooking, it's not that big of a deal as compared to reheating. So I'm just letting y'all know, giving you some scoops. You want to make sure you have a lid available for this. That's just freshly watered and washed. I'm going to drink water. But yeah, so I'm going to get another taste here. Alright. It's starting to get there. For those wondering, I did double dip. And I said I would maybe offer this to other family members. My family does not mind if I double dip. However, I mind if they double dip. So it's like, not every square is a rectangle, but every rectangle is a square kind of thing. It's one of those. So I double dip because they don't care. But if they double dip, that's no bueno. That's why I only make my own food for that specific purpose. I wasn't originally, but you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to use the rest of this garlic powder. There's not much left. Just grab some more later. This is organic garlic powder. That's the only thing they had at the store. I would like to consume organic, but I'm also poor. One of the missions of this series is I want to show people that you can be poor as fuck and be a vegetarian. In fact, this is, to my understanding, a vegan meal as well. So, that is very possible. I know a lot of people don't think so, but it is possible. If you are ever willing to try something new, try what I'm cooking. As they say, what is cooking? Good looking. That's me. I am good looking. You might also be good looking, but let's be honest here. Right? I'm, I'm top 5, in the world. So, I'm gonna drink some more water. I have drank some more water. At this point, this is like a quadruple dip. That's just about done. Again, you can eat that. Like, this is fine. You don't need to cook these things. Unlike meat, if you don't cook meat, you get sick and die because of capitalism, basically making it so that everything is disease-ridden. And that's why you have to cook meat in America, because it's literally disease-ridden. There's rat shit in it. There's all kinds of garbage. Now, there may be some shit in any prepared food that you don't grow yourself, and that's a risk you're going to have to take. But as far as meat goes, you always got to cook it, because if you don't, there's a good chance that you die. Unlike with vegetables. Because, again, the meat industry in the United States of America is garbage. Alright. That's good to go? Okay. Let's move this shit. Oh man, I look a little fat from this angle. Holy shit. I look fucking fat as hell on this angle. Jesus. Just kidding, I'm thick. Reminder, being thick is extremely healthy. If you are not thick, you need to get some meat on your bones. And by meat, I mean vegetables, because I don't eat meat, I'm a vegetarian. So as we can see here, some good ass shit. This is like a medley, like a word that I can use here. This is a medley of flavor, of goodness, of gracious, of all kinds of stuff. I got a few scoops out. Let's get some ghost pepper sauce in there. That was a lot of ghost pepper sauce, as you did not see, because the camera angle here is garbage, but, I'm trying my best. Maybe this is better. I'm trying to make it not fall over as soon as I let go. If it falls over, that's not my fault. But yeah, this is pretty good. This is a quick meal. Again, you can make a good soup in like 15 to 20 minutes. So, You know, unless you're a single mother or a single father, you know, I don't want to hear about your shit. Oh, I can't cook. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I mean, everyone obviously has an excuse or a reason for things if things are the case. But I'm just saying, there's always a way out. And I want to teach you, you know, if you do have a problem cooking, if you don't know, one thing that's interesting is that processed food started becoming normalized in society in the 1960s. And so we're now, like, at this point, I'm 24. So, like, I'm part of a generation that was born and raised by a generation that did not even learn how to cook to begin with. And so that has very serious problems when it comes to culture and society. I'm going to wash this off. But that has very serious problems when it comes to culture and society. We have, like, multi-generational lack of teaching that, hey there, that fell over. Multi-generational lack of teaching on how to cook. But, I'm sweating, I'm sweaty, my face is red, as you can see. My shirt is red as well. It's hot. So I'm going to, I recommend not putting this in the fridge, unleash it till it cools down, but it is summer, and it's really fucking hot right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, like, not eat my food, let that cool down a little bit, and then wait 5 or 6 minutes, and then let this cool down to an appropriate temperature while I make room in the fridge. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoy this stuff. I've been eating pretty well. I guess I'm a vegan now. I don't know. I don't necessarily care about the vegan versus vegetarian distinction. My main thing is not eating meat, mostly because meat is unhealthy. That is my #1 reason, and I'll go into meat being unhealthy later. There's also a piece of paper up there, but that is defunct, but nobody has removed it yet, so if you could read it, then that doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, so that's the thing with that. So I'll see you later. Thank you. I'm about to eat food. I am hungry. I have not eaten today. I have failed in my quest. But you know what the thing is? Humans do not need to eat every single day. We don't even need to eat 3 times a day. That's all manufactured media that is fake news, as they say. So I'll talk more about that in the future. But anyway, that's how you make a good-ass motherfucking, shit-fucking, cock-sucking soup. Thank you for watching. Here's some bonus material. Here's what the soup looks like. You can always put some more stuff on there, you know, if you wanted to put some extra sauces, maybe some more onions, you know, things that are less blended together, that's a possibility. This looks delicious, though. I'm also sweating. There's a sweat droplet on the camera, and I'm going to have to wipe that off.